Привіт усім, вітаю вас на Ніна Україна. У нас сьогодні українська музична реакція. We're gonna react to 4 songs by NAVKA, BB Project, Kazaky and DZIDZIO. Ви можете бачити їх отуда, ці всі пісеньки. І зі мною два знайомих американці, Jacob and Lance. So Ukrainian music, never heard of any Ukrainian music except for you. There is a video with Jacob. Yeah, there is a video where Jacob reacts to Ukrainian music. Okay, we'll start with this one. It's a fun song, a lot of views on YouTube. It's about dancing. Fun.
Special effects.
It's called Dances.
Там, де дівчат, там і хлоп'ята вийшли із чату, тілом качати, музики багато, не буває бам-бам-бам багато, будем танцювати тут, ногами туп-туп, туп-туп, туп-туп. Танці та танці, а додому вранці, пальці на майці, малювали цілу-цілу танці та танці, цілу-цілуванці та танці, гойдали ніж цілу. Вийшли дівчата, ціпонькі курчата, вміють в танці дівчата, розум втручати, давай до клубу, там руки бу-бу-бу-бу-бу-бу, будемо гойдати тут, тілами вуп-вуп, вуп-вуп-вуп. Танці та танці,
So Tatanci is dances in Ukrainian.
пальці на майці, малювали цілу-цілу танці та танці,
Yeah.
цілу-цілуванці.
The editing is cool. I like that a lot.
Just how they're consistently just barely editing the world a little bit. It's kind of fun.
The small edits of the song, like surprising moments.
You weren't expecting a shirt to just light up there. So that part
Like this one, yeah.
Yeah, I like to have arms.
So like Tatanci is dance, and then she's saying Tatanci, Tatanci. It's like if in English it would be dance, da da dance, da 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 dance.
Not a lot of
Conditional, yeah.
just
And then
dancing.
Ciluvanci is like kisses, and then like kisses, kisses, dances, the dances, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I guess it's more about the music and rhythm and the video.
I don't know if you know like Jane, but it reminded me of like
Jane?
She has like the editing.
Do you remember the name of the song that you have in mind?
Makeba. Yeah, her song Come's also good too.
I'm yours, even if time has passed. Take me away.
What do you think? Not boring? I know you don't like when the songs are boring. Did you find this boring or?
For this one, it was kind of felt like there was a lot less.
Yeah.
Most interesting to me was how they were implementing the special effects in the music. It was fun seeing like the light goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
I liked how the shirts were changing colors and just kind of unique edits.
The buildings, it looked like audio levels in the back, and then also when it was the ocean on the horizon, but it like made it. Like,
Yeah, that was really creative there with the sound type and the motion.
But it seemed like kind of like a dance song more than like a, I don't know what other, like a song you listen to for the lyrics perhaps.
Yeah, more like background music.
Background or dance, yeah. We'll move to the next one, which is BB Project. It's a very creative group which use Ukrainian instrument called Bandura. They use it to play not only Ukrainian traditional songs but also famous music pieces. So we'll listen to some very famous music piece. Дякую за рекомендацію послухати BB Project, мені вони дуже подобаються. So this is Bandura, this instrument.
That's a cool looking instrument.
How many strings does it have?
How many strings? Напишіть, скільки струн має Bandura. I don't know.
Okay.
More than 10.
That's definitely true.
Kind of like a harp and guitar put together. Farmer and you probably likes those nice even lines, huh?
I like this music video more than the last one, not to like criticize, but it's more like interesting, I think, because it's got like more of a unique sound. And it's just like the two instruments.
Vivaldi for playing.
Have you heard of the Piano Guys?
Piano Guys?
There's an American music group that performs just in different spots in nature on their instruments. It kind of reminds me of
Piano
that.
Guys.
It's funny how the guy is like barely ever looking at his instrument at all. He's just kind of like looking around.
Do you know the name of his instrument?
It's an accordion.
Button accordion and bandura.
Bandura and button accordion. I haven't seen a button accordion before, just accordions without buttons.
Oh, I see, with no buttons, okay.
I like that one because hearing the two instruments that kind of play off each other, I thought the music was more unique. Not to like disrespect the other one, but it felt like, I don't know, something I hadn't heard before. And I like that. The music video wasn't as, it was more basic. It didn't have like the creative editing, but it was still cool.
I think it's okay to give a little disrespect to the first one if you want to, Lance.
Well, I don't want to be a hater.
Now I want to do something for Jacob.
Ooh. Game of Thrones. Oh, this is more
I know
fun.
you're a fan of Game of Thrones, so Jacob fan Game of Thrones.
I was super into Game of Thrones, read all the books that are out so far, watched all the series, and was pretty disappointed in the final season. So if you want to type about it in the comments, I'll respond and we can be angry together.
Are you also a fan of Game of Thrones? Or?
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I'm going to read the books first, is what I tell myself.
Well, no rush on that because they're not finished.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't watch Wind so...
I hear it's good, except for the last season.
They get progressively worse, like after the first 4 or 5 seasons, but it feels like it can be saved until the last season. Are these actual castles?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
They're
These are
visiting?
actual castles, not fake.
Yeah.
Are they filmed? Is this all filmed in Ukraine?
Yes.
One thing about visiting Europe that would be really cool is just seeing all the different castles that are there. Because castles aren't a thing in the United States. Like, we don't get to see castles, which I've never been to.
So this video was shot in one of 7 wonders of Ukraine, Кам'янець-Подільський fortress. So it's Кам'янець-Подільський, it's the name of town. Yeah. So which is one of the wonders. You were wondering about what wonders, so it's one of them.
That would be high on my list of places to visit. Except for me, castles are this entire thing of fantasy that don't actually exist here. But
Hey, Jacob, you like it?
yeah, I've been talking about the whole time. I should have waited, but yeah, I like Game of Thrones a lot, except for the last season, especially made me angry.
The next song, interesting, I think. So the band is called Kazaky, which is similar to Kazakhs, those people, fighters, you know, they were dancing hopak, but these are just a separate music group and they have their own style.
Can we get subtitles on this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I know what's going on. It seems scary.
You can choose whether you read English or Ukrainian.
That's not much of a choice.
It's actually gonna be in English, so.
It's Star Wars now. Pathetic.
You sound so weak that you wonder the nutters that you're standing on a brink of water. How does it feel when no human want just to be yourself in the same world? What if you can change everything? For this moment and for the future. My dance is my freedom, my dance for his kingdom, my moves are my story, these are my weapons, and you are my sweet.
So they're very good dancers.
I mean, like they're wearing heels, so
Yeah, that's their thing, is they're wearing heels. That's
Yeah.
what their band.
Show off those calf muscles.
You wanna take me higher, you wanna take it on, you wanna get it harder, you wanna lose control. I'm saying yeah, yeah, yes sir. I'm calling yeah, yeah, yes sir. You wanna take me higher, you wanna take it on, you wanna get it harder, you wanna lose control. I'm saying yeah, yeah, yes sir. Oh yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
My dance is my freedom, my dance for his kingdom, my moves are my story, my glory and horror. My dance is my freedom, my dance for his kingdom, my heels are my weapon.
those bullets that came out of his mouth.
You wanna take me higher, you wanna take it all, you wanna get it harder, you wanna lose control. I'm saying yeah, yeah, yes sir. I'm calling yeah, yeah, yes sir. Still steady.
Does it remind you of any other band? Have you seen any similar band?
I haven't seen anything too similar to this. This seems like the type of band that my very religious parents wouldn't want me to listen to.
Would not want to, yeah. Why?
It does seem provocative, like it's trying to be.
My heels are my weapon.
It's almost,
But I also think it's, and this is like, I think there's sort of like a stereotype about wearing like an Adidas jumpsuit with like certain, so I think it's kind of funny that they're wearing Adidas.
there's all like the bondage stuff
Adidas?
going on too.
Adidas?
Adidas, okay. Are they wearing Adidas?
At some
point they were wearing. What is the stereotype about that?
I don't know. I just remember when I was in France, I saw a lot of people, they would just wear like the Adidas jumpsuit, and they seemed like they thought they were really cool wearing it.
I see.
So I thought that was kind of...
Oh, yeah, here. But,
Are they really cool though?
I never talked to them. They seemed like nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Напишіть внизу, чи носити Adidas прикольно чи не прикольно. I asked them to write whether they think it's cool to wear Adidas or no. Do you think it's cool to wear Adidas?
Adidas is cool, but it's just like when you wear the whole suit, it's kind of like funny.
It's funny.
Kind of seem like a lot of bondage things going on there.
Bondage?
Yeah, everyone's all tied up and in cages and stuff. If you're into that, I don't know.
What about the meaning? They had those symbolic
Well, for sure,
things
they were
there,
showing
right?
like the rainbow flag, and I don't know what politics are like in Ukraine, so if there's like gays and lesbians are like widely accepted over there, if not, I think in the United States the like rainbow flag used to be more controversial, but now it's just sort of like you see it everywhere, it's on streets, it's everywhere, people don't really care, but maybe in like
in Ukraine
it's not. Yeah, so that could be like, and like I said, it felt like they're trying to be like provocative, so I think that could be part of it.
It could still be a lot more bold of a statement to be showing like LGBT rights in Ukraine.
Well, and the men seemed more like sexualized than I would like be used to seeing them, because they wear less clothing and they seem very. I don't think their dancing was as good as the others because they weren't jumping, because they were just like.
After watching Hop-Back, you know, it's very hard to get impressed by other stuff.
Yeah, but no, like not to compare, but it reminded me a bit of like Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails, like that sort of music.
Look what you had to start. Why all the change of heart?
Lance can give you American artists for every single song you show him.
Wow, I have to check.
Well,
that
not
out.
Vivaldi. Vivaldi was different.
I thought the intro was interesting too. It almost felt like an intro to like a TV show, where it's like a TV trailer.
Dramatic,
almost.
yeah.
Yeah. Then like the first like pan to him like walking.
Yeah.
It really felt like you get this like, phrase line, then you get him walking in. It felt like I was watching a TV trailer almost.
I did like seeing the lyrics and seeing what it's about. Although I stopped paying attention and I started looking more at the at like this like flag and the symbolism and like the dancing and stuff. So.
Jacob,
That's me.
I think the next one you will find funny and exciting.
Oh, wait.
I actually have chosen it because like I think you will like it.
Well, now if I don't like it, I'll just feel like I've disappointed you. So that's a lot of pressure.
No,
I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's just very funny, and I think like you like funny stuff. So it's called Weekend.
Weekend?
A weekend day. Yeah, weekend day.
Weekend right now.
Yeah, it's weekend right now, so it's about today.
It's about today. It's themed.
Yeah,
I like themes.
It's about a person who likes weekend and likes to have fun on weekend. And the artist's name is DZIDZIO.
Dzień dobry, witam Państwa, rezydencja DZIDZIO. Bardzo mi przykro, ale nie ma mnie w domu. Jeżeli Państwo ma do mnie jakąś taką ważną informację,
Those T-Rexes were having sexual relations.
It looked like they were scratching their.
Yeah, just how to get a friend to scratch its back. Good point, because their arms are too short normally.
Потрібно розробити логотип. Платять штуку.
Oh, it's like your employer is calling and saying, oh, it's like you have to do this and that and blah blah. Yeah.
Стати до 6 години. Горобігом на роботу.
What a meanie. 12 o'clock, still in bed, or big poop. Wait, this is the guy that reminds me of.
Cool.
When you see this guy, you think of me.
It's like fuck my work, I better stay at home. I'm not gonna say anything to anyone. I'll pretend that I got sick. And I'm gonna watch naked women and stuff.
Naked women? Nice. That's not a direct translation.
Yeah, it is our translation.
It's a lot of fish. The amount of time he spends by that toilet.
Why is the apple in there?
Забігали по хаті, показував тулі світ на мене багато хто скаже, що я типа збоку смішний, а той, хто багато говорить, по-моєму трохи дурний.
This video has like 30 million views on YouTube. I think many people can relate to it.
Bam 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 bam, run bam bam bam, bam 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 bam, run 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 bam bam bam. Я люблю собі час від часу робити такий вихідний.
I love to have fun and to have weekends.
Таке роблять, а той, хто не робить дурний. Яблочный завод, Волонтер, штукайон, до 6 години.
More apples. That's why you hate some.
Yeah, as people coming, I don't know. Oh, they have to come there.
Okay, with confidence.
Like one change.
Геніально!
Genius, гениально, genius.
Well, it's been real nice to have the coronavirus in some ways. Overall, it's awful, but been able to work from home and stay at home all day. So that part's been nice.
That video was like from a couple of years ago, though.
Years
Yeah.
It's about how stay at home all day.
I mean, I thought that you like funny stuff.
Yeah, it's
like,
always silly. There's all funny things
silly,
there.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there was like apples and he was like stepping on paper apple.
Why exactly
But it
apple?
makes sense at the end because the guy's got his apple jacket. And you think
I
he's
think they
like,
had to make an advertisement for apples or something. Or choose the perfect
I think
apple.
the company in the beginning that called, they do something with apples.
Yeah, so I think
that's
it was
why.
like an Apple company. They had to find a new Apple logo, and so he was trying to draw all these apples. He hated all of them, was shredding them, and then he got mad and just put his butt on it.
He was
and he has
inspired.
an apple butt. I hope that people would like my butt as an apple someday.
Do you like Jacob's explanation? Write down in the comments
That
below.
was the explanation.
Okay.
And I like Lance's interpretation of the T-Rexes scratching each other's backs because their arms were too short to get themselves.
Now I wanna surprise you a little bit. So this guy, he used to do a lot of funny songs like that, and then recently he released a lot of serious songs. And one of the things he has done, he was singing the Anthem of Ukraine on the soccer stadium. You know soccer?
Yeah.
Are you fans of soccer?
I watched the last World Cup when France won. Yeah. I was cheering for Croatia.
You were supporting wanted Croatia to win.
Yeah, because they were the underdog. Because France was just too good. They were cocky. I didn't want them to win.
But France did win, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, they destroyed them.
Фанати футболу напишіть внизу, якщо ви зрозуміли про що це. I don't know much. My mother is a soccer fan. By the way, in the US, if you want to talk with someone about football, say soccer. Don't say football, because then you guys will think I'm talking about American football, right? That's something I learned here. So soccer. Soccer is our traditional football. So this guy, this singer, surprised many people by performing Anthem of Ukraine. So I think it's cool that you will now see him in serious role, which would be unusual, maybe, and also you will listen to Ukrainian anthem. And actually, I wanted to show you quickly the translation of Ukrainian anthem. You can read it loud. Lens, maybe you can
do we
read
start
it
at the top?
Yeah, it's just right here.
Ukraine's glory has not yet died, nor her freedom. Upon us, my young brothers, fate shall yet smile. Our enemies will perish like dew in the morning sun, and we too shall rule, brothers, in our own land. souls and bodies will lay down, all for our freedom, and we will show that we, brothers, are of the Kazaky nation. Pretty good.
It's fun to see like analogies that
Between the anthems?
Yeah, well, I like the our enemies will perish like dew in the morning sun. It's like an analogy that I've never heard before, just because like different languages and cultures have different analogies they make, but that's not one you've heard.
Dew in the morning sun, yeah, like Rosana sunset. This is a very Ukrainian thing, yeah. But it makes sense, right?
Yeah, sun comes out, all the remaining water evaporates.
So one of the debates in Ukraine is about the first line. So I wanted to like ask you, what do you think? Ukraine's glory has not yet died, nor her freedom. How does it sound to you? Ukraine's glory has not yet died, nor her freedom.
It kind of almost implies that some people are saying our glory is dead, and so maybe they're feeling overshadowed by Russia, or people are just writing them off as a little nation, but they're kind of showing that despite this, they've got independence again. They've had their country occupied several times with different people, but past that all, they persevered and refound their freedom, and no matter what bully big countries try and take their freedom away, their glory will not die and it will keep coming back.
Well, I feel like has not yet. Suppose it like reminds them that it's like, well, I guess it's like it'll die when we let it happen, or it, like our freedom will like end. So it's a little kind of starts with gives you like a chip on your shoulder, I guess. It's cool that there's like a debate about that line.
Yeah, I went to Ukrainian Humanitarian Lyceum and we used to sing this song every morning, like at 8:30 a.m., like before the start of classes.
What would happen in Ukraine if someone refused to put their hand on their heart or sing the national anthem? Either a student in a school or maybe one of the athletes at a sports game. How would people react?
Nothing bad will happen.
Okay. In the United States, there's a big controversy with people protesting by not participating in the national anthem, so I was just curious.
Really? So what sanctions do they face, those people?
There's no actual consequences, it was just a lot of
Well, there'll be people who like get mad and be like, well, I'm not going to support them if they don't do this and this.
Donald Trump was like tweeting at them, being angry about it, and so, you know, ain't that just the way?
Okay.
Got his beard under control.
Yeah. Showed up to work today.
So the same guy, you remember his first beard. So that's our flag, which represents wheat and sky.
Okay. Wheat and sky.
Or also the sunflowers, could be like sunflower field in the sky.
Someone's holding their flag upside down.
It's interesting to see that Ukraine has a more emotional national anthem. It's like melancholy almost, where some countries it's more like a marching song. Where
well, it's like the guy, he's very different from the previous video. He seems to be singing with a lot of pride in this last video, whereas like before he was like so goofy.
Yeah.
The last thing, can you rank those songs, like your top 2, top 3 choices?
So I got excited to see the Game of Thrones.
Okay, which is by BB Project. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and I like instrumentals in general a lot. That's one of the main types of music I actually listen to, so that would be my favorites. It was fun watching the silly song, especially with you guys right beside me with my friend, watching some fun music videos together. I think that's going to be my top 2 there.
Okay, DZIDZIO, Вихідний.
I like the second one we saw with the instrument.
Vivaldi.
And then it was interesting seeing the anthem and seeing like the flags and the way people like the sort of like different emotions that were with that. So I like those 2 better.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for participating, for reacting to these Ukrainian music videos. Do you think you would go to Europe one day?
Yeah, my wife speaks French, so at some point we're going to go to France. And I have a friend that lives in Germany right now, so I want to go there. And then Ukraine is on my list.
No, that just Ukraine.
Just Ukraine. That's the only place I have ever dreamed of going in my life.
No, I mean the Ukraine, because many Americans, they put the in front of Ukraine, but there should be no the, actually.
Just Ukraine.
Just Ukraine, yeah.
Ukraine.
I didn't mean that it should be the only country you go. I just English correction, yeah. Lance, you've been to France, right?
That's right.
For 3 months?
3 months.
Wow. Have you met any Ukrainians in your life before?
At badminton. I met one other at badminton.
Actually, we all met at badminton. I used to go to badminton occasionally before the coronavirus era.
So now you're one of the first. So
I'm the first Ukrainian you've ever met.
Maya, then you probably.
Oh yeah, my friend Maya.
Yeah.
And you work in television.
That's right.
What exactly are you doing there?
I write the morning news, so I get up I go in at 10 p.m. and then I work all night until like 8 a.m. and then I go home and I go to sleep.
Yeah, so the morning news that Columbus people see, Lance has prepared them, spent whole night preparing, and couldn't enjoy the day as all the people could because you were working hard all night.
Yep.
Did you learn a lot, like over the last 4 years that you've been doing this stuff?
I've learned a little bit, but like I forget about it and I go home. I don't take it home with me because I don't want to think about it when I go home.
Because there are probably a lot of difficult stories that you have to cover.
Well, of course, yeah. In the news, there's like always tragedy. So.
What is the funnest thing that happened at your work? Like funniest situation?
Most fun.
Most fun situation. English lesson for everyone. Not the funniest situation, but most fun situation.
You just had to like correct her.
Funner.
She corrected you.
Nope, more fun. Most fun.
Most fun situation. Most fun situation.
On the weekend when the weather guy does his weather, there's like during the summer when everyone's golfing, there's like he does his forecast, but he yells like forecast, and like everyone, the floor crew, like sometimes they'll put on costumes and like run across the screen. And I think that's like, it's stupid, but it always makes me laugh.
Why do they do that?
Boredom, because they can, like we have like props and stuff, so.
Just for fun because it's over and now you can run in front of the screen, or?
It's just like one point where like we involve the people that aren't like supposed to be on camera. They are allowed to be on camera, and I kind of like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like fun to like show like the people behind the scenes. Normally it's not me, but it's like the people who run the cameras and the people who like put the microphones on guests and like everything.
Have you ever been on the screen?
Yes, in college, and then also when sometimes we do like a Facebook Live while we're like in commercial break. The anchor, he'll take his phone and like stream, and he'll come into the control room where I sit and like talk to me. And I typically like try not to talk too much because I don't want to get in trouble. So.
Дякую вам дуже за перегляд. Якщо вам сподобалось, то залиште лайк і привіточки підписані на канал. І чи стоїть у вас дзвіночок. А дуже скоро ми з вами вже побачимося у нових відео. Па-па!